Today I want to talk about finding random motivation when learning languages. I'm going to tell you a story. I have math class, like college algebra, and there's this guy in my math class who's from Kenya. And the last time I had class, he turned around and talked to me. He says, "Hey, how'd you get your hair like that?" And he's asking about my dreadlocks and stuff, and I thought that was pretty cool. And he said he'd like to get dreadlocks sometime. And I started, asking him questions. I go, "What kind of language do they speak in Kenya? I'm interested in languages." And he goes, "We speak Swahili in Kenya." And I thought that was really cool. Swahili was one of the African languages I had, planned on learning eventually. Because I want to learn African language, and I think there's more books on Swahili than there are other ones. And so, that kind of got me motivated. I'm like, cool, I want to learn about Swahili. So I looked some stuff up on the internet, and I learned some phrases, like, habari za jioni, good evening, or habari gani, how are you? Samahani, una zungumza Kiswahili. Excuse me, do you speak Swahili? And you could say, ndio, yes, hapana, no. Kidogo tu, just a little. Or you could say, jina lako nani, what's your name? Jina langu ni Cody, my name's Cody. So, I looked up some phrases and wrote them down, and, I think, like, when you meet an interesting person from another country who speaks another language, you get kind of motivated to learn about their culture and language. And I think any little ounce of motivation you find, I think you should make use of it. Like, he got me kind of motivated to learn about Swahili, so that's exactly what I did. I went and looked up Swahili phrases and used that energy, that motivation, and learned some Swahili stuff. I just think it's really cool, and I hope next time I have math class, I can, when he walks by or something, I'll just go, "Samahani, unazungumza Kiswahili," and just see what he says, because I'm sure he'd be surprised. He told me, Swahili is kind of a language he thought would be hard for an English, native person of English to learn, but when I looked it up, it didn't seem that hard to me at all, so I think I'd surprise him by saying some Swahili phrases to him. So the point is, I think when you find a little bit of motivation from anything to learn any language, use it. Even if you're studying a language or two already, at least look up a couple phrases and just kind of go, wow, that's cool, look up some information, and then it'll get you more motivated in the future when you actually have time to learn that language. And then when you actually get to it, you can be like, oh, I already know a couple phrases to start out with that I had written down and learned before, so this is going to be really fun, and I already know a little bit of background. So, yeah, just when you find little things of motivation like that, use it, use it to your advantage, make use of it. I guess that's really the whole point of this video. That's all I wanted to say.